Stream.
Hi, stream.
Hi, stream.
Hello.
Just keep swimming.
I knew it.
Hello.
Oh, hello there.
Hello. Okay. I am gonna do the recap. There's quite a lot to recap on for some of the characters, so I think I'll do a whistle-stop tour. So I'm trying to think where we left off. 8 weeks ago. So you were okay. I can do a really top line for those fans of our stream that don't remember. So we had downtime where you found out who Snake Eyes' secret lover was. That feels like ages ago now. Yeah, Snake Eyes' secret lover. It was in fact Krepashenka. You decided not to tell the council and spare his life, which was very kind of you all. You're very lovely people. And you were then given the task to basically find where the lizard folk lair was, because the council had done some interrogations of the bosun that you handed over to them, and they had found from the bosun that they were supplying weapons to the lizard folk, which was an opportune time for you because you had some lizard folk on boat to take them back to their lair. So you were given a crew as well. So just to let you know, Gerald, you've got a crew of people. I think it's 6 to 8 people on the boat who are kind of managing it for you. Obviously, Clement is the captain, but there is someone who is like a standing captain for when you're not on the boat. All of that jazz. Then you basically followed them. The lizardfoot people have kind of been pointing and pointing to where they're going. As you can see, they didn't help you. They didn't help you at all with your fight with what I'm about to describe, the bullywugs. So they were kind of just watching, like, when's this over? We need to get home. So you then kind of parked your boat in the forge of kind of where this is. This is like a marshy part of, I think it's 10 miles southwest of Saltmarsh. So you've travelled by boat here, you've parked up in the forge, and you've kind of trudged through here. All seemed really fine until Gimbal decided to have a little play around in this tree here and find some food. And in doing so, we're met with kind of like some bright yellow eyes. Turns out to be basically giant frogmen, bullywugs. Well, I say giant, they're like not massive, but bigger than normal frogs. Who you had 6 attack you dealt with them quite swiftly, and then in the last session it was kind of like a wave. It was like as if it was like a battle. You had a second wave where you had I believe it was a bullywug croaker and 2 normal bullywugs who basically teared you a new one, but you killed them, you dealt with them. And I mean, some of you did try to kind of appease them. I think Tosca and Airless, you tried to be a bit more peaceful and talk to them about, you know, like try and communicate, but they weren't having any of it. They were ready to attack you. So you all decided to just unleash hell on them. And then when you dealt with those, this very arrogant, snooty, kind of king-like toad bullywug, came and attacked you on a giant toad. You all received psychic damage from the toad. That was kind of horrific. It was kind of to all of you, which was not very nice. Apologies, that's where the 11 damage came from. But you all defeated them. You kind of took them down. And I will say, I think turn of events, no one in your group probably expected this at all. But we had the small but mighty Airless Hillbottom brandishing the only weapon she knew she could use, her frying pan, and delivered that fatal blow to, I believe, the giant toad before it could swallow Himbo whole, because at that point it had Himbo in its mouth, and that's why Himbo is only on 4 hit points currently. So you're all a bit worse for wear, if I'm honest. You kind of got a bludgeoning from this stampede. I should say stampede, maybe like hoppeed of bullywug frogmen.
Nice.
So I feel like, yeah, that's where you're at. You're kind of decompressing from that, checking everyone's okay. The lizard folk are very antsy, like, okay, you've dealt with that, like, let's go. And that's kind of where you are. And I'll hand over to the ambassador because I think we wanted to, basically, I think, just to kind of set the context for the next few sessions, it's going to be a bit more RPG. There might be some combat involved, dependent, but we expect it to be a lot of RPG. So we wanted to get you in that mindset. So I think DM Ambassador is going to do like a campfire style question like we did before. So I'll hand over to you.
Yeah, also just because it's been
quite a while since we were last all together. I think a good reminder of our characters and what our characters are like, and just remember to answer this question as your character would. Answer it from the heart of your character. If your character isn't interested in trusting those around them with their answer, then they can, deflect and things like that. So just take into account your own character and your own character's um, comfortableness around the group. The question is, who in your life do you most admire? And we will start with Gimbal. Take it away.
I most admire my father. His name was Bimble Ningle. Bimble was I would say famous. He was famous amongst the gnomes, explorer, who often liked to trek into the forest and explore the various tastes and delicacies that the trees had to offer. He was absolutely fearless and licked, nibbled, and slurped his way through the woods, uh, just gobbling up anything that took his fancy. And bless him, he gained immense powers from various lichens, slimes, and molds, but was unfortunately killed stone dead by the wrong kind of sludge that he dipped his face into one day. But I'll never forget his stories of just how delicious some things are out there and how incredibly powerful they can make you, however briefly. And yeah, he met a tragic end, but really he was quixotic in a way. He strove to find the good in everyone, and the tastiness in everything. And his spirit lives on in me, as you all well know. Yeah, that's who I most admire.
I'm totes emotion. That was so lovely.
You can ask questions in character, talk about it in character.
I'm so sorry for your loss. He sounded like a wonderful gnome.
Thank you. It was many moons ago, and he left an absolute treasure trove of knowledge in his random notes. So I think I know exactly what to avoid in the forest now. But it's all thanks to him, really. Yeah.
Oh.
What did the sludge look like? So we all know what to avoid.
It was grey and sludgy, and it was sort of at the bottom of a pond. He was investigating the various strata, if you will, of ponds. There's a sort of surface layer algae, which is notoriously delicious. There's the general pond water, which is not so great. But beneath that, there is a sort of grey sludge right before you get to like the layer of silt, and that's what he was studying. And sometimes it's delicious, sometimes it lets you see Procan himself, and sometimes it kills you stone dead, and there's no way to know. So yeah, watch out for that.
So, do you come from a long line of connoisseurs, I suppose?
I presume so. I mean, all of my grandparents, great grandparents have all died notoriously young for very similar reasons. It's very trial and error, this sort of thing.
Well, clearly you're a man of science.
Here, here.
I wonder what that science thing is.
Okay, next up we'll have Ellis.
Oh, can I have the question again, please, sir?
Who in your life do you most admire?
Oh, okay. Well, I think the person that I most admire would have to be my grandmother, Doreen Greenbottle. She is that I know. She also taught my uncle read as well. It really, I probably would have been dead several times over in my journey without the knowledge that she gave me. But yeah, she's just truly an inspiration. Still very young, for a halfling, only 103, but she's just truly inspiring, and I do hope that I can be as good of a druid as she is one day.
What's the best thing that she's ever taught you? Or what have you found that's been the best thing?
What have I found that's been the best thing?
Yeah.
Well, I would say that the thing that I found that's the best would be the friends. the friends that I made. I know that's not quite the question that you're asking, but if it wasn't for all the spells and plant knowledge and medicines that she taught me, I wouldn't have found all of you and met all the other wonderful people along the way. And not to toot my own horn, I'm not really a horn tooter, but some of you would probably be dead. So I'm very grateful for the knowledge that she's given me.
And she didn't teach you the frying pan trick, did she?
No, the frying pan was a discovery that I made along the journey here. Frying pans can do many wonderful things. They can cook many wonderful foods, but who knew that they could kill giant frog people?
Yeah,
I'm trying not to think too much about the permanence of my recent actions.
That's okay. You have other skills that are far more positive. Yes, positive.
Okay, next
No,
up.
there's always been a.
Oh, go on.
Sorry.
No, you go.
No, you go. I was going to say, there has always been a druid in every generation of the Hillbottom family, at least one. So I'm very grateful to be fulfilling that role.
Can I just ask what was
We're glad you're
Grandma's
here too.
name?
Derwin Greenbottle. Greenbottle was her maiden name. She's now Derwin Ruskilly.
Okay.
I can spell it for you if you'd like.
That's fine. As long as I've got the pronunciation of it, I'm good.
Okay.
We'll have Elrin.
So the people I always looked up to was my kind of grove elders. Their wisdom and inner strength that they learned and gained throughout their 700 plus years of life has helped me and helped my people through dark times. They encouraged me to kind of strike out and find my. Though I always knew where I was. I didn't understand what they meant, but I've enjoyed myself out in the wilds.
It's so amazing what you can learn from your elders.
It truly is. That's inspiring.
I've never met any elves from ours.
Oh, I'm 300 years old, so I'm your elder, kind of.
That's a good point. Yeah. Oh, maybe I have met an elder then.
I don't know if this is rude to ask, elven folk, but Clement, how old? How many moons?
How many moons?
I don't know. I don't know how else.
Just question for the DMs. Are there still like 12
Yes.
moons a year?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to maths now.
I'm only asking moons. If that, I don't know how elves, dictate age. I don't know how.
3,768 moons.
Whoa.
About 314 summers.
Oh.
Yeah. It's been a while. If I don't get killed soon, I could have like 700 more, so.
Wow.
Give or take. Yeah, so I'll probably see you guys die at the point, but it's fine. I've seen other friends die.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Our time comes for us all. It's the way.
Not if I find the right moss.
Wait, later rather than sooner. Fuck.
That's
No.
the most ever.
Sooner or later.
Freudian slip there.
Ominous.
Next up, we will have Tosca.
Oh. Well, living among the wood elves, we did have wise elders, but as a half elf, I never felt fully elvish. And can I kind of allude to how Tosca might feel without, like, so can I say, like, oh, Tosca would think this, but wouldn't necessarily say it as directly? Or do I just have to say whatever Tosca would say in response to this question?
I mean, you can give some attitude in response to the question. You can be like, yeah, slightly like reserved. But if there's something you don't want the players to know, then don't say what you're thinking.
It's not what, yeah, I mean, Clement's pretty cool, I guess. It's nice to have a half-elf captain badass, you know, bossing people around. It's pretty cool.
I didn't think that'd make it on the list. Thanks, Tosk.
Okay, next up we will have Danka.
I didn't know we had a player character called Danka. Sorry. Had to make the joke. I had to.
As a snide little aside.
Geralt?
You're muted, Gerald.
Thank you. I'm not very good with these modern things. I'm an old man. I'm an old soul. I've met loads of people. I've been travelling around these parts and other parts, and I forget some of their names. But I've met all sorts of people really, and sometimes I meet for a little bit. Sometimes I see them again and again and again, and good old Clement's all papa.
No.
He was a very respectable sailor in all his ways, of course. But I think I don't think there's any one person. I think that really is that one person I look up. I think I meet all sorts of people, and there's something great everywhere. I think the people I really like are those ones who are really happy to appreciate someone else, help them out. Nothing crazy, but just they're good to each other. They're good. And I look out for other people. Maybe take the lead. That's always nice to see. It's nice to see. I think there's been lots of people like that. I couldn't really name any individuals, but just that kind of person. That's how I meet them. I'm like, you're all right. You're all right. Not unlike him actually. There, I think you got some potential there. Actually, good girl. Yeah. All right. I'll shut the fuck up now. Epic.
Mm-hmm.
That was very inspiring. I find little Gerald to be very inspiring as well. The little rat. His curiosity and bravery.
He's a good fucking lad. Does what he's told, which is always good fix.
Clement.
Yeah. You're right, G. I think it has to be my papa. I miss him very much. And he always knew I was going to outlast him with the, half-elf thing, but, he doesn't really drift far from my mind, to be honest. Him and you obviously got, let's say you went on one too many naughty adventures, but yeah, he always knew the right thing to do, even though he was a pirate lord. He still somehow had a bit of a compass, shall we say, but he didn't know, he just had a way of commanding, the attitude, like the presence, the scariness. If I can be as scary as him, yeah, I might be doing something right. And I mean, I've just got to look after his ship now. If I don't, then I've failed. Yeah, I'd have to say my good father. Or maybe not so good, being a pirate lord. Yeah.
I think you're well on your way to being as scary as him.
Thanks.
Oh,
I'm
no,
trying.
He'd be very proud of you.
Yes, I think so as well. It's lovely of you to, keep him so close to your heart and to, keep his ship alive, I suppose, with his memory.
He was trying to instill this thing about crew, and I think we're getting there. Oh, I think so. Anyway, he was very good at looking after a crew. Made sure everybody scrubbed the decks, and kicked people overboard, and just making it run. And people had a good laugh too, but everything's shipshape, obviously. Yeah.
I think as good as a captain as I was for my brief tenure, you're certainly doing a better job than me, and that's thanks to him for sure.
You're here to that.
I think my allergies are going.
Do you need a hanky?
No.
Okay. Not even for your nose?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Never Steve.
Okay, next up we have Himbo.
What was the? Can you reread the question?
Who in your life do you most admire?
Well, that's a tough one. I admire many people for different things over my lifetime. I think who I admire the most at the moment is Elrin. The way he's gonna die to my fist. Oh, just kidding. Oh, where am I? No. Who I admire most is my brother-in-arms, Stanley. He was truly someone. He knew his way around the kitchen, and he knew his way around the brewing kit. And I don't really know what else you could ask for. A strong warrior. Never said no to a battle. And truly, I think he's still out there somewhere. But, yes. Let's just see if we can reunite one day.
When did you last see him?
Well, a bit before I came down to Saltmarsh, I kind of just left him in the mountain and we all went our own way. So, who knows? He didn't go my way, that's for sure. Which is a shame, because he made some really good eggs. You would like his eggs, Ellis. They're good eggs.
Oh,
I'm sure I would.
Hopefully I can try them one day. I always believe that, true friends have a way of coming back to each other.
Oh, let's hope so, because his frying pan. Oh, the damage you could do with that bad boy.
Oh dear.
Might be able to save me from 2 frogs next time.
And then cook up the frogs.
Oh, frog stew. Toad stew, yes please. Oh.
I'd take Kraken any day.
I'm not so keen on those fishy, but
We'll get you there, Himbo, don't worry.
Himbo, who definitely does know what a fish is.
And can swim.
Sure, I do.
Also, by the way, I want to acknowledge Millie's comedic timing of like not even for your nose. Adam was muted, but he was hard giggling. So.
I like tried to do the sound effect. I don't know if you guys can hear my nose one.
Okay, I think That's
was
everyone.
beautiful, guys. That was
That was
amazing.
honestly so moving. Who knew all of our PCs had common ground, that they had some elder that helped them through life, bar Gerald, who is the elder of the group, ironically, which is even
And-
more heartwarming.
And yet no one said they respected him.
No, but like it's more like
Nah.
he's obviously an
Goddamn.
elder, so his admiration
Yeah.
would be probably someone close to him, which was when he mentioned Clement. So it's like, oh, it's lovely. Totes emotion. Okay, before we kick off the actual session and get you into your character, I think DM Battlegod and I have wanted to address something for a while that we find quite funny, if we're being completely honest, because one of our PCs was so hell-bent in purchasing this animal that they've soon forgot about them. And I think we just wanted to
My
break
dog.
the news. Want to break the news to you, Himbo, that you left your dog at the haunted house, and he is since deceased.
Thank fuck.
Because you've
You
not gone
left
back
him.
for him.
You left him
You
locked
left
in a
him.
room for like 10 days.
And with no food. You didn't go back for him. None of the guards would dare touch him, like didn't know he was there. So we just wanted to address that because we felt like it was getting a bit too long now, and we thought you just completely forgotten about him.
Had not, and I'm
He is
so
gonna be
glad he's
fine.
gone.
I'm so glad
Ah.
What am I going to tell
Bloodhound.
Bogresh?
And I think like I wanted to break that news as we get into this session, because I think what could be quite nice is Himbo, that thought has just crossed your mind that you forgot about him.
I was in the toad's mouth, like, what about my dog?
Yeah. So
I hope he's okay.
so there
The
we'll
mortality and the mortality
then
of your
start.
dog.
We'll then start the session there. And so I'm just laughing at Adam doing the sibling thing of making
Oh.
sure the drinks are like so aligned. Thank you.
Sorry, can I ask
Yeah.
a question before we start?
Yes.
I think I still had Bardic Inspiration from last session. Do I still have that because I haven't used it, or is it gone?
Bardic Inspiration stays for
Yeah.
Is it a couple minutes?
I think it might be a minute. I don't know if it's a minute or an hour.
Ah, okay, so it's probably gone.
10 minutes.
I'm going to say that I don't have it then. It's been a long time I haven't used it.
No, because if you remember, the session last session only lasted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rounds. That it lasted less than a minute in game time.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Okie dokie, I'll show
I know,
carry on
guys.
then.
1 minute.
This is why this is gonna last. This is why we think this group are gonna last a long time. It's gonna be we're what at like 8 months?
If that was only 1 minute, Himbo's dog might still be alive.
No. I want to reiterate, it has been like a week. You had a week of the whole downtime,
Yeah.
and you didn't want to think about him.
We've had like 2 weeks actually, haven't we? We had like a week at the fair, and then we've had like a week post boat trip.
You guys have known
Maybe
each
he
other
escaped.
for 18 days.
And yet I trust everyone with my life.
Well, that's kind of why I was like, oh yeah, Clement's pretty cool, I guess. Because, like, I feel like Tosca's sort of imprinted on Clement as, like, the only other half-elf they've ever met. But I was like, would Tosca actually, you know, like, pour their heart out at this stage? Yeah.
I mean, fair. That's true to your character.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get into the session. So, I think you're all in a really good mindset now for some RPG. You've got your good friend Oceanus with you, who has fought for you valiantly. I would like to insert there.
My boy.
Well,
Over
how
the last
healthy is he?
time, I don't know. He's all right. I think.
I'm sure he got
I
hit.
think we
He's
did heal
on-
him.
Yeah, you
But
did.
you
He's
healed him,
all
I should
good.
say.
He's on 16 hit points out of 30, I think. So he's all good. He's halfway. He's a bit worse. He's not worse for wear, Himbo. So anyway,
The battle has come to an
yeah.
end. There are corpses on the
Yes.
floor in the
I
marshy
won't add them in,
swamp
but-
lounge, marshy swampland, and the lizard folk are kind of gesturing for you to come along.
Oh, and also for those, so I think for Gerald, this is important for you. The squares are 10 foot, not 5 foot now, which is why you're all in like two of you are in one, basically, and the lizard folk are as well. So just FYI.
Good info, thank you.
For future. And in the next map as well, that you eventually get to, will be 10 foot squares. Cool. That's it. Over to you.
Oh. My brain. I am not okay. Team. I'm gonna eat some berries if that's okay. I on a scale of a low number to a big number, I'm low. I'm not feeling hot, man. Would anyone else like some emotional support berries? I'm gonna have like 5 of them. That means there's another 5.
I had my health potion that I happened stored last time. As you might want to remember if you had it.
Oh yeah, I've got one of those as well. I'm going to take a health potion.
Good Lord, Himbo, do you have a health potion? Like,
Can I be reminded what dice it is?
Depends which health potion it is.
Oh, I can't. It's a regular one.
A regular one. It is.
Is it the one that?
2d4 plus 2, I think.
2d4.
As a reminder, I think what Ellis is referencing is we obviously in the first in-person session gave you like a health potion with a special dice in it. But some of you have obviously had some throughout the campaign so far. So some of you might have 1 or 2, but we wanted to remind you of that.
Can I ask a question to Peter Gerald quickly?
Hello.
Hello. You were in a boat meet, and did we have some health potions and you stored them, or Elrin stored? I can't
There is
remember.
a non-zero chance for that. Let me just get both of my electronic very notepads out because I have 2.
Yeah, I'm having to go through my sheets, so I'm just trying
I'm gonna check my very paper-based text D&D notes.
You've got to rifle through your bag of holding.
I'm
It's a
rifling through
huge
my bag.
Yeah.
Shall we walk and rifle at the same time?
I can walk and rifle. I'm also snacking on some
All
berries.
bags a bag of holding.
I do have. Oh shit, she's good. I have 5 more berries if anyone's berry hungry. Hey. Right, 1 second. I'm gonna disappear to get some notes. Right.
Himbo, I know
I'm
you
fairly
prefer to
piggish,
eat meat,
but-
but I think you should have some berries.
Who's
Berries.
most in need of
Thank you.
berries?
Apologies. Anyone else up for berries? I missed that.
I'll definitely take a couple.
Couple berries. Have 3 berries.
Yeah.
You've been good. I've got 2 left.
Three
That's second
berries?
mission.
Fantastic, thank
Yeah,
you.
man. That is 3 on your scale of whatever your scale is. It's 3 of those.
So,
And stick your emotional
this
state.
is an out character. If I'm allowed to talk out character DMs, so just reference me 2 health potions in session 19. I don't know if that helps, and I think we gave them to Elrin or Gerald to store.
19.
9. We're not 19. 9.
Yeah. I have the 2 that I found like right at the beginning, so I don't think I've.
It must be.
I think they're probably in the bag of holding.
Cool.
But yeah, let's drink things and eat things and follow the green people.
All
Lizard
right.
people.
Yeah. That way.
Yeah,
Yar.
we'll follow them.
Himbo, have you been told how are you feeling? And that Toad's mouth was, longer
I
than it should have
am.
been.
I'm drinking my special health potion.
Okay.
That was the one for the
Okay,
weird.
that's
That's a D6, right?
Well, the IRL one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 1d6 plus 4, I think.
Oh, the music started.
I've had them the whole time.
Maybe.
Oh, mine's down.
Maybe my
Turn on and
odds
then
are
turn off again.
changing.
It's just to make you
Um,
hopeful again.
I'm gonna soothe my baby dragon as well. Gonna pat its neck.
It appreciates the pats.
Nice. The scritches, but all for good measure.
So,
Starting with a blank page can be overwhelming. Grammarly give.
Hello.
hello.
Mhm.
Someone's starting with a blank page can be overwhelming.
That's me.
Grammarly.
I don't
Yeah.
know what happened there.
So as you follow along the lizard folk, there's a good 10, 15, 20 minutes pass, and it's a slow and arduous journey. You know, it's hot, it's misty, it stinks. You're in this fetid swampland. It's really unpleasant, and they slowly begin to take a bit of distance between themselves and you. Not far, but a little bit. And in the heart of this murky swamp, kind of concealed amidst the foliage of the twisted mangroves, they are leading you to their lizard folk lair. In this labyrinth of tangled roots, there is a wooden door that you see. It is weathered and aged. Its surface is coated with moss and algae and various other grossness. The door is camouflaged seamlessly into the surrounding swamp terrain, nearly imperceptible. Had it not been for the lizard folk guiding you towards it, you would have missed it entirely. The wooden panels are weathered and darkened by years of exposure to the swamp's dampness. Intricate carvings that they're more new, you see, than the rest of the door. The rest of the door, it's old, it's aged, it's deteriorated, but these carvings appear to have been done recently. It resembles serpentine, reptilian figures, ancient battles and tribal rituals, things like that. And across the door are kind of iron bars that create a crisscross pattern, creating a protective lattice that obscures any glimpse of what lies beyond. They're rusted in some places. They have been here as long as the door has, of which you're not sure how long. And despite their weathered appearance, you get the sense that they are strong and they are there to safeguard what lies within. It's shut, seemingly locked by an unseen mechanism, and it would require some kind of cunning to open the door had you not brought the lizard folk along with you. With deliberate movements, the three lizard folk approach the concealed door, their eyes fixed on the carvings on its surface. With an innate familiarity, it traces a series of seemingly imperceptible grooves within the carvings, its clawed fingers following a pattern known only to the denizens of this secret lair. As the lizard folk locates a particular section of the carvings, it presses in a concealed mechanism, causing a soft click to echo through the stillness of the swamp. The iron bars on the door emit a faint metallic creak as they slowly retract, folding inwards and creating a narrow gap through which one can glimpse the mysterious chamber beyond. Turning its gaze towards the party, the lizard folk issues a series of low guttural clicks and hisses, its movements fluid and deliberate. With a sweeping gesture, it beckons the adventurers forwards, signalling them into the hidden recesses of the lair. The lizard folk's demeanour, though stoic, carries a sense of assurance, as if silently assuring the party's safe passage through this enigmatic threshold. The three lizard folk step in to the entrance, and it is dark within. You lose sight of them.
Oh god.
Oh.
What?
So I wanted to quickly show you guys where you've entered.
So that's what's drawn on my table.
It's I believe if I'm right, it's here.
And that's why the campaign's going to take 8 months.
I mean, so this is where you'll enter this bit, I believe. DM Battle God. I've just realised we picked the wrong one, but yeah, it's this one. So still do the same.
No.
But yeah.
No,
Oh, no?
they entered through D.
No, this is no, they didn't. They chose to go across the swampland to sea.
Yeah.
We matched this up.
we-
I remember.
Followed lizard people.
Yes,
Through
we
the
did
quarter.
to see.
A to
Just
B to C.
retcon it. Do what?
To
Just
see.
say we won't go went where you went. Let's do.
But that's not
Okay,
true.
we'll double check.
Doesn't matter.
Why?
It's
It
like-
does matter.
I thought it would have been C. Thinking about it.
I would agree with that, based on how
Yeah.
we went down the river.
Yeah, I
'Cause-
think our goal was.
However,
I have no
Yeah.
opinion.
Mhm.
It is C. It is C.
Okay.
And there is okay, that's cool. For reference, Georgie, it's page 76.
Oh, thank you. I was looking.
So this we just wanted to basically show you quickly before we go on to the actual map, like in comparison to where you've travelled. So just for Geralt's knowledge, you took your ship all the way around here. Apologies that it's split screen, by the way. I'm on one big screen, so you'll cut off a bit. But yeah, you go all the way down here. Your ship was left here, and now upon reflection, you've kind of taken this path. Probably met the bullywugs about here, and then have kind of come down into there. And as you can see, the size of the map is quite big. I gave you a little sneak peek, and then we will go on to it. And I will zoom right in.
Okay, so just retcon everything I said. Super cool about the fucking door. A cave entrance yawns 30 feet wide and 15 feet high. The marshy ground turns to mud near the cave, and tracks from large creatures pass in and out. Inside the cave, the floor consists of thick mud, and you find it impossible to move at normal speed. The cave reaches a height of about 40 feet. At the far side of the cave, a narrow stone pathway connects the two arched entrances that lead deeper into the hillside. One in the northeast corner of the cave, and the other in the southeast corner. A sudden movement in the mud is all the warning you get before 6 forms leap forward.
Are we being attacked?
6,
Yeah, I'm a bit confused about that.
6 giant lizards lair in
Oh.
this mud-filled cave, and they all stand growling, and well, not growling / hissing, before you, until one of the lizard folk who you approached with kind of issues this series of hisses, and they settle down into the water, still watching you, but seemingly far less interested in attacking.
I should think so too. After we risked our neck for
I'm
for those lizard people.
Yeah, I'm still a bit hacked off about that. For a lot of use they were.
I wanted to sell them out personally, although maybe I shouldn't have said that so loud.
Maybe don't say that in their cave with their lizards.
Yeah.
Well, they can't understand me anyway. They have that weird clicky hissy language.
hmm
I'm just
I
glad
don't-
people just.
Yeah, let's
Maybe-
not
maybe
take
they'll
the
find
risk
out
that
if-
one of
Yeah.
them's been hiding it.
I'm just still soothing my little dragon.
Maybe if I sneeze the wrong way, they'll interpret that as me slighting them or something.
Yeah, let's try that.
Let's
Let's
not find out.
keep following our friends,
Um,
I'd say.
Yeah.
So, as you're kind of discussing this, one of the 6 that you've that you've kind of been. I'm just moving the map. By the way, this is to show you the scale of the map, like how small you are in comparison. That there's the 3, but the
6
sorry,
giant,
there's 3.
6 giant lizards, 3 lizards.
Oh, lizards. So one of them kind of turns around to you and says, "Well, you to be honest with you, I've got to put a voice on. To be honest with you, I've been able to understand what you've been saying, but I spoke to my lizard brethren, and they said to protect ourselves we should not speak to you, and this is the one here talking. So we wanted to test your commodity. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm going to ignore that short man. He's been of no use to us really over the last few days, but the rest of you I trust. I mean, to be fair, the short man, he did try and, deter those people on the ship by getting them high. I heard that whole plan, very clever.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So my name's Krefik. Spelled Kiethik, for those that want to know. And then my brothers behind me, they can't speak common. They're Nisik and Thruk. And DM Battle God will put their names in the chat.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, I'm really. You lot are quite funny to listen to when you don't think anyone's listening. And I apologise to you, old man. I know you tried to communicate with us, and we had to stop full of you laughs because you were like trying to communicate in some form of sign language or whatever it was, and we were like, this mug. But honestly, we appreciate your help. We trust you, and we know that you don't mean us any ill harm. We obviously don't know why you've kind of taken us here. You seem to be very keen to take us here. So, yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome, mate. You
Alice
cheeky
is just-
bugger.
Alice is just absolutely flabbergasted. Kind of go, all this time,
Yeah, the others weren't. The others weren't. I promise you. But honestly, I checked with them first, and we had a right laugh. I didn't tell them everything you said because I think some of it was a bit offensive, and I But I appreciate the help that you've given us to bring us back.
Gosh, I'm so sorry. We just wanted to make sure that you got home safe.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. To be honest, we are. I mean, technically, it's half home. It's like a temporary solution we've had to deal with, but that's the story for another time. But I feel like because you've shown us kindness, I feel like you should come with us because we've got someone that I think you should meet. I want to reiterate here, and you kind of see the two people behind you, like the two lizard folk behind him, kind of like tense and feel very like you get this like stern, like take this seriously energy. And we have someone for you to meet, and I reiterate here, she is very important to us. You need to bow before her, never look her in the eye, and make sure you do lay your weapons at her feet. When you meet her, she is our queen, and she is someone who is very important to us. But we feel like you showing this camaraderie and this kindness to us, we feel like you should meet her and have an audience with her. Firstly, to make sure that you don't run into any other lizard folk in our lair and cause some trouble. But also just so you can talk to her and explain the situation, because she's probably thinking, what are these 7 peeps doing in our lair that aren't lizard folk?
Oh.
How does that sound?
Yeah, of course.
Are we
That's fine with me.
comfortable with laying our weapons down in front of an unknown entity after these guys didn't lift a finger to help us with the frog people?
I'm
They
keeping
seem
my
nice, I
crossbow
trust
on
them.
me.
We've still got some of us with our magics.
They'll take a guiding bolt to the face if they try anything.
Gamble,
I'm
you
saying
can
this
talk
in
quiet
Gnomish,
to
by the way.
So no,
I mean, I've
understand,
seen it
mate.
in action, and I wouldn't want to
understand you,
be in the
brother.
front of it.
Thanks, Gerald.
I trust them.
I begrudgingly accept it.
We promise not to bring any weapons out.
Can I
Journey
Wink.
through your realm, domain.
may I just say, if this, can I address this lizard person as just say, are you the only person that speaks common, or are there many among you that also speak common?
I've won that.
Okay, I was gonna say if there's anyone among you who is able to translate a paper document, for example, if you have invented the printing people, I'd love to distribute these leaflets among you in common and also in lizard man tongue. I can give you a few if you'd like to just, try and distribute them. I'd appreciate that. Have a look at them.
Oh,
Here you go.
Thank you. Do you know? I think I'll give these two will be our shaman. I think they will appreciate this kind of thing.
Oh, you have a shaman. That sounds heretical.
But I will say, paper is of no use to us. I mean, we're lizards, or lizard folk, I should say. We're we are very much trained to protect ourselves, and we kind of don't see paper as a useful tool, especially in somewhere that, as I've mentioned, is a temporary lair for us.
Well, the word of Procan, it transcends any physical medium you can try and write his holy words upon. So as long as you feel them in your soul, that's all that matters, rather than paper. You can use your lizard paper or whatever else you use.
They've already begun to turn and start walking.
Yeah, and one of them are like, "I'm a soldier. I've got no." Got the killer's reference there.
So as you're walking through these, are you following?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I am.
Have they checked that we've left all of our weapons?
They haven't
We
asked
lay
you to
them in
leave
front
yet.
of the queen.
Huh?
I thought we
They
had
want
to
us to put
leave
them
them
I
down
when we
thought
met
the
the
weapons were
lady.
putting them down in front of the queen, but other than
Yeah.
that, we can take them with us.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
They'll tell us if we do something
Fine.
wrong, probably,
Um,
or we'll have a big fight.
the
Hopefully not.
So it'll be fine.
the floors are kind of these hallways are trodden down mud and dirt that have been compacted through hundreds and hundreds of footfall over the time that the lizard folk have been here. The corridors are all 10 feet wide with about 10 to 15 foot high ceilings, and as you're walking through, you're passing several doors, and none of them are open. They are all closed, so you do not see what is behind any of them. You pass by two of them, which will be room 9 and 8, as you make your way towards the expected. Wrong way.
It's not. I checked the book.
Really?
Yeah, it's 40. It's this one.
Oh, okay. And also, okay, not room door 8, room 32. There are pillars made of wood which are about 3 feet wide and mounted to stone pedestals to support the wooden ceiling crossbeams to hold. Essentially, you are inside of a hill, a large hill, and this is cavernous and winding, and it's all dug out, but it is very old. The corridors between the rooms are not illuminated. So for those of you without dark vision, it is pitch black. You cannot see in here. So you're having to follow along, either putting your hand on one of your companions' shoulders to be guided, or feeling along the walls and just listening to the sound of which direction people are going. There is some light that illuminates from beneath doorways and around doors that don't quite fit properly, but there are no corridors that are lit that you can see so far.
Which of us don't have dark vision?
I don't. Oh, I have my little fist clenched in Clement's cloak.
I believe Gerald also doesn't have dark vision.
I'm just double checking. I'm pretty certain.
You're human, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've got it from anywhere else. So.
Yeah. I don't think Geralt has it.
Can I grab
I
Airless's
think
hand?
of my warlock character.
Yeah.
And
Oh, well.
I'm sure your hand is supposedly very much up high, but
Yeah. I'm kind of like grasping onto you like this.
As you
Airless appreciates the comfort that brings as well.
as you approach room 40, this is the lizard folk open the door. Are you sure this was the right room? Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's the right room.
Yeah.
Sorry.
As you approach room 40, this open area features 6 floor-to-ceiling pillars that demarcate a central area bare of furniture. In the central area, the earth floor has been packed closer than anywhere, as if by the passage of many feet. Several wooden benches stand near the north and south walls. A large mattress has been fixed to the centre of the east wall. Attached to it is a large target dummy with the head of a fish-like creature atop it. Several lizard folk are practicing combat against one another or throwing javelins at the dummy. A powerfully built and tall lizard folk female stands with several of the heavily armoured warriors. She observes the training through narrowed eyes. Another lizard folk stands near the leader, dressed in a kelp-coloured robe and holding a long, polished tooth.
Also, they're not completely useless in combat. Tosca mutters under their breath.
It could have fooled me.
There's
Are they
a reason
fighting?
why I
Are they
think
fighting
this.
Oceanus?
There's a reason.
I'm gonna toss her on the leg for the comment.
How do
Also,
do
I love the
undo?
reference.
Who do I do undo on? There we go. There we go. Thank you. I'm glad you know what I was on about. Thank you. For those that don't know, it is the Lizard Queen, Lisa. Okay. Sorry, I've derailed it myself. Sorry. Keep going, dear Battlegod.
The 3 lizard folk that are guiding you there enter the room and immediately lower their heads into a bow and say,
My queen. Where is the name of the queen? My queen. Otho Kent. I have brought some very noble non-lizard folk here to see you. And FYI, here they are saying this in another language, but that's basically what he's saying.
and they enter the room.
Okay, cool.
What do you do?
Follow behind and bow and drop my frying pans on the floor.
Yeah, I put my weapons on the floor. It takes me a while. I have many.
Oh yeah, and my
thought it
dagger.
would
I've
be
got
the
3
same.
weapons.
I bow only
And then
before Procan, so I'll do a half-hearted nod forward.
I'm gonna cuff you on the back of the head and make you better.
Do you all put your weapons down?
yeah.
Yeah.
Only my obvious ones.
My main weapon.
Depends as what you see as a weapon.
They don't seem to notice
Oh, this is-
your less main weapons.
I forgot I was muted again. I also bow my head, stick my staff with Jimmy on it down on the floor so we can sit on the floor and say, hello, it's nice to meet you, while bowing my head respectfully, not giving it away, because I'm a good boy.
There's a lot of green going on.
Hang on, wait. Sound's not right. Sorry if I was talking anyway for everyone there.
No, you were.
Oh, testing. Okay, we're good. Cool, nice. Everything's fine. Apologies. I didn't realise. I disconnected my headphones.
In this room, you see the Queen herself, what looks like her right-hand man by her side, two lizard folk that look to be combat instructors, trainers types of things, and 9 other lizard folk who appear to be training and honing their skills. The dummy with the fish-like head on it, Oceanus catches a quick glimpse of it before turning to Tosca and whispering in Elvish.
I know what that is. That's a Sahuagin.
Sahuagin.
Sorry. That's a Sahuagin.
Should I know what that is?
It's a horrible creature. I can't believe they've got a head of one of them in here.
At least it's just a head.
I spelled that totally wrong.
Yeah, imagine what the rest of it would look like.
I'll send a picture of what a Sahuagin looks like.
Oh no.
Or at least the Sahuagin head.
Oh.
We can't really speak to them. They won't understand us, will they? Because we haven't established if they all speak common.
No, you can try talking to them if you wanted to.
That's what Google showed me.
Stop googling our creatures, man.
I wanted to see the rest of it.
You don't know what the rest of it
And this
looks
one had
like.
We can only see the head.
Spoilers!
But look at this one's messed up face.
He's buff as hell.
Wait, where did you post
Anyway.
this?
I'll delete it. Oh, I'm sorry.
Avert your
Campus,
eyes.
It's
I'll
gone.
tap that.
Oh shit.
Sorry, carry on.
So as you've kind of all bowed, you see this very kind of, I guess, noble and
Hench.
commanding character kind of stand up, which is what you deem to be the Queen, and she kind of addresses you in common. She kind of talks to the lizard folk that you've come with, so Nizik, Thruk, and Krethic. Nisk, the names are very confusing. Nisk, Krethic, and Thruk. But also Ewan kind of is saying, like, what she kind of says, I mean, we don't typically have strangers in our lair. How did you find us? Why are you here with these noble lizard folk? They have been on a special mission for us. Why are you here? My name is Queen Arthur Kent, and this is my rightful land. We have claimed this land, so why are you here? And how have you managed to persuade 3 of my best soldiers to accompany you here?
I feel like that's
Did
for
she
them
say
to
that in common?
explain.
Did she say that in common or did she say that in
Common,
lizard?
yeah, it was in
Common.
common.
Oh, in common.
And Tosca,
Um,
have you said that to her?
Cast a searching glance at the 3 lizard folk who brought us here.
Okay. This is Krethic talking in common. My queen, they happened to come upon the ship, the sea ghost that you and us have been doing some business with, and they they kind of took it over, but they spared our lives and they helped us not get found by the people of Saltmarsh, which, I mean, I've seen what's happened to some of our brothers in the past. A couple of weeks ago, they threw some of the bodies over the cliff. I don't know who would. That's some damage to some of our brothers. However, they've helped us get back to where we were. We could have been killed, could have been hung, drawn, and quartered. We could have been traipsed around the town and treated horribly. But they have brought us here, and we are very thankful. Which is why we brought them in your presence.
So will we having that reward now?
Slam Gimbal in the
I don't
arm.
remember a reward being mentioned. When was that mentioned? Did I miss something?
Give
What
me
you
a
get
name.
for saving people, innit?
Mighty Lizard Queen of the Lizard Folk. You know, I'm Earless Hillbottom of the Hillbottoms of the West Plains Shire at your service. You know, we were happy to help our men return safely to you. You know, if there's anything that I can do for you, and you know, my country would help me with, you know, let us know, and we will see what we can do. And she says that in a manner where she's like just like, but like she's a bit intimidating.
So just a quick reminder of your task set by the council is to find out why the lizard folk are amassing weapons, how many of them there are, and where they are.
Oh yeah, you know, Alice isn't too concerned about that. She's
It was
just trying to help
a
people.
reminder for the party.
Cool.
I had forgotten, so thank you.
In response, as the Queen in Common, it's funny doing the Common versus the other language they speak. I very much appreciate you helping us. Airless, was it Airless of the West?
The West Plains Shire, Earless Hillbottom.
Airless Hillbottom. As Queen, I do very much appreciate your camaraderie and your help and kindness to these lizard folk soldiers. They are obviously clearly very thankful. However, having dealt with humans and other creatures outside of lizard folk, typically do see that there is always a hidden agenda when people are kind. You know, not whether even that's to feel good. People are kind to feel good. There's never any selflessness in doing things, and I do feel like the fact that all seven have come, you know, you've laid your weapons bare, but quite a lot of weapons you do hold. It concerns me that you have made such an effort to help these dear lizard folk soldiers come to the lair rather than drop them off. You've come in. You didn't have to. So you can understand why I would question your intentions here, and especially as that weird little man was so audacious to say I would give him a reward for doing the bare minimum of returning a creature back to their lair.
I mean, we're quite friendly, really. I mean, you ask these lovely gentlemen here, whose names we know, that even when we didn't even hear our language, we were very nice. We keep them safe. We came in, and you know what? They said, "Oh, come on in. It'd be really nice. I feel a real honour for you to come and eat our fearless leader and queen." And we're not so bad, really.
The bare minimum. Let me just tell you what we've been through. We've had to storm a ship under the cover of darkness. We've had to take out all the guards on the ship, take over the ship, and then sail it back to port, and then lie our teeth to the local government about how we are not hoarding secret lizard men below decks, and then not only that, but get them here safe and sound fighting away through the swamp full of frogs. So I think you should be bowing before me.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, not that last bit. Not the last bit though. The other bit was good.
Not the last bit.
Yeah, not the last bit. Ignore him there. He's just keen.
I'd say that Earless is visibly mortified.
But I think he makes a good point. We could have, if we didn't care, we just have given those our lovely friends here. We'd have given them up, to port authorities with a chance. But no, not us.
In Gnomish, I'm just gonna say the folk who can understand me that this is a ploy of just play the highest card when we're actually just trying to. We want some information out of them, right? We need to know what they're aiming for with these weapons, right? So if we demand a lot of them and then meet them somewhere in the middle, we can get more information out of them.
Reply in Gnomish also.
I'm a very pragmatic leader, and I feel, that I do respect and acknowledge that you have been faithful allies to these 3 lizard folk here, especially important lizard folk within this community and with this lair. However, I just want to say, bravo, well done. You've done the bare minimum of bringing 2 lizard folk coming on a ship. I've seen more things the pirates have done to get their ship back and bring their friends back to their ship. And I've seen these 3 heroes, technically, of our people flog themselves to war and battle to save our people. I feel I have to. I mean, I find humans and other creatures quite duplicitous. And yes, I respect you've been kind and you have been helpful and helped our lizard folk. You are, in my eyes, seen in a positive light. However, I feel like there is still some air of curiosity and suspicion. And I want to basically give you we're having like a lovely feast with our night, and I wanted to basically give you the opportunity, give you 24 hours to prove that you are trustworthy. And this might be interacting with our No, I'm sorry, but I feel like you've brought these 3 people here for a hidden agenda, and I want you to prove that you are trustworthy people. And I want you to, get to know our people, enjoy the feast that we're having, and just interact. And all I reward is safe passage through my halls, and you're welcome to join in the evening feast, get to know our people. You'll be given a place to rest whilst here to do so also. But that is my offer on the table, and before I can 100% trust you, and then that is what.
That sounds like a great idea. I think it would be lovely to show how brilliant we are, and it'd be nice to know more about you. I've not met many lizard people, so it would be great to get to know you more.
Yes,
Don't get me wrong, I love it.
Oh.
Sorry,
I was going to say thank you, Your Majesty. We'd be very, very honoured. You're, even though this is a temporary home for you, I certainly do appreciate being amongst the dirt again. It reminds me of home.
All I'll say is, I absolutely love and appreciate a good feast. But in exchange for bringing your people back safely, I would say that safe passage and food in your territory, dare I say it, the bare minimum.
Yeah, I'm with Gimbal here.
And she points to Dusk and says, "Can you escort these 2 people out of this room? They are clearly not reasonable people," and you kind of get taken.
As I'm dragged out, I'm going to throw and scatter a bunch of Procan leaflets all over the floor.
Oh, for real? Oh my god.
Now, the rest of you seem like more reasonable people. You are in our lair, of course, and I will assign Krethik as your escort to take you around, take you where you want to go. You know, you'll be very impressed with what we've done here. There are some, and she kind of glances at the head to her right that's on a stick. Some creatures and people who are out to get us, and I feel that you are trustworthy, and Krethik clearly trusts you. So Krethik, I'm putting them in your hands. They're your responsibility. And there will be consequences, not just for them, but also for you, if they do not gain my trust. And that is all. And she kind of like waves her hand at you all.
Just shout.
I wave back.
Just thank you. He'll be much more polite once he's had some of your delicious food, I'm sure.
And a nap.
Yes,
He
we
gets grumpy
apologise
when
on
he's
behalf
tired.
of our
The
companions
children
today.
always get grumpy. We can't help it. It's been a long journey.
So many frogs. Yes.
Yes, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
I may
Nice
be
to meet
3'1", but I'm no child.
Krethik
You're
gestures.
outside.
Guys.
Krethik gestures for you to pick up your weapons and kind of uses an arm to guide you out of the room.
Can someone pick up my weapon, please?
And mine,
You should
sorry.
have thought of that
I
before you
got
started
caught through the
backtracking.
door.
Oh, please. Yes.
Just gonna gather you all here so I can pick you all up at the same time.
So what is to become of me and Gimbal?
Thanked.
On the naughty step.
Yeah, I'm hacked off with these guys. Like, what? Can I?
We could have sold
lizard
them out.
dude-
You need to
lizard
be
dude-
more polite. We are
We
in
went
their
through hell
home.
and
That
back
was a
for
very
them.
important person. Do you have no respect for your elders?
Have we not done enough? After they watched us get shafted by the fucking
And listen to this
King.
conversation we're having.
Y-
So
You know,
let's remember where we are. And not.
Alright, I'll pipe down for the
Get
good of the
killed.
group. But I'm
Thank
sure
you.
time will prove me right, and Tosca right.
Master Krethik, is there a market or somewhere that we can purchase wares? After the battle that we had, I'm in dire need of some more supplies. If you have anything to spare.
That's a very, very good. That's a very good question. We've got what sort of supplies? Like what?
Potions, any souvenirs as well.
Souvenirs?
Trinkets. Oh, well, there's this guy, and I'd like to send him something for my travels, and also contribute to your economy.
Well, I mean, we don't typically sell anything. To be honest with you, there's no economy really. We just share everything.
Oh, that's lovely.
So I can't really sell. I mean, we as in lizard folk share things. There's no real kind of economy. Economies of scale, no capitalism here. We're all a bunch of commies. If I'm completely honest.
Oh, well, this I can get on board with.
Just back it.
So, I mean, if you're hungry and it's for you to eat, we do have a banquet hall and some stores where we have food. But as I said, we share things, we eat together. It is very much,
If you're a bunch of reds, why do you have a queen?
I'm just he ignores that. She's and the other guy. There's no other guy. She's a battle queen. She's the strongest fighter. She has been amongst all of the lizard folk in different capacities. She's best served for us. Currently, we are in need of her for one of the hardest battles we might face. And the feast will be served in just a few hours. You'll have food then. You can take what you want. But outside of the feast, that's all you're going to get, I'm afraid. I mean, I know you mentioned rest. You know, we have quarters, bunks, etc. If you do need to sleep, there's other places you can go. You can explore. Just let me where you know. You know, we're if I had to sum it up with us, you know, back to your very insolent comment, I'm not surprised she shooed you out of the room. The insolent comment about that, we're more like a hive of bees, you know. We all work together for equal gain and have a queen. And that's kind of how I sum up. You know, we've built these tunnels ourselves, almost like a beehive. That's just what we're like. So, enough of that nonsense, please.
Must have taken a lot of you to build all this.
I mean, yeah, it did. Yeah, I don't know why I'm going posh and then going common again. FYI, my accent, this guy clearly
Being around
don't
a
know
queen, innit?
where he's from.
You live in a
queen.
classless society. You can be whatever you want.
To be honest with you, mate, no, we if I had to say it in the most polite way, I'm going to go common again. We procreate rapidly.
Oi.
There's, I can. Do you want to meet my sons? Do you want to meet my sons?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Oh, fantastic! I can't wait.
Oh.
But this shows to you how we procreate. It shows the expand.
Don't want you to show us how you.
Shit like that, telling me you two are a nuisance too.
Oh, God forbid I save your life again.
Yeah. Dear Mattergod, which room do I take them to?
To room 24.
4.
Imagine saving someone's life and they say, "Here's how I fuck."
Okay, so I've zoomed out. You can see how big this place is, right, guys?
A demonstration.
Demonstration.
Yeah. Amy and Adam are about to turn their camera on.
Adam is here with me. So.
Let me get it up. Okay.
Let's get slimy.
So as you all approach room 24, you pass through past many doors. Again, still closed. It's still very dark. The lizard folk, you pass past the entrance that you've been past and head north. The door opens, and a bustle of activity fills this room, and it is pretty noisy. I mean, this is the nursery. There are over a dozen of lizardfolk adults and hatchlings mingling and playing. It's a large nursery with lizardfolk and hatchlings distributed throughout the area in small groups. The young play or sleep, whilst the adults chat, drink, and oil their bodies. Straw mattresses are scattered around the floor, wooden tables hold earthenware cups, mugs, pitchers, and clay bowls filled with wildflowers. Chairs sit beside the tables with wooden stools dotted about here and there. At the far end of the room, there is another door. There are approximately 20 lizardfolk in here and 13 lizardfolk hatchlings, which are, you know, infant lizardfolk. And I will say, Himbo, you are the first to notice, due to your history in battle, none of them are armed. These are civilians.
Good. Why are they oiled up?
Do you ask Krethic?
Yes, directly to Krethic. Why are they oiling themselves up?
Oh, I remember these days.
Sounds like it's been a while, Himbo.
The suspense.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
It's just the way it's phrased.
No, say it exactly as written, please.
Well, to be
Verbatim.
honest with you, it's to keep the flesh moist.
I wish I had not asked.
It's
Eilish
it's
doesn't
to
laugh,
keep
that was Millie.
our skin and our scaly skin moist. You know, we dry up here in the hill, and we need to get that moistness and that rub that oil into each other.
Are you
Us.
not from here originally then? If you now
Well,
have to work.
Well, they said it was a
I-
temporary thing, right? This place.
Yeah, it is a temporary dwellings for us. We've had some, I would say, issues.
What? When did you move to these halls? And because it's a lot of effort for a temporary place.
That's a very good question.
Meanwhile, Ellis is just kind of cooing over little tiny lizards.
Here are some named earlier.
You introduced your dragon to the times.
I'm hesitant to jump into the fray. I don't want to scare them, so I'm gonna kind of.
I think, to be honest, I'm not going to say a lot. The Queen will tell you more once you've earned her
She
trust.
probably won't tell me and Kimball anymore.
No.
But once
Yeah,
you've
you
earned
should
her
probably work
trust,
outside.
she will help you and tell you.
So which ones are yours?
Oh, we're not near any of mine. We're not in
Oh.
the room for mine. Mine are through into the other room.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were showing us,
Yeah.
introducing us.
No, this is the entrance to where my lovely sons are.
Oh, I see.
Do you go through? As he makes his way through?
Yeah, follow the lead.
I
and,
also keep my sons oiled up in a cave.
You have sons?
You have sons?
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
they're all up in a cave.
The lizard folk in the area, they notice you, and the adults kind of usher the children away from you guys, but it's more just cautionary stranger danger rather than these guys are bad guys. And the little hatchlings, they're still learning, so they don't really, one of them is like running towards you, arms open, and another adult lizard folk scoops it up and just puts it back to play with the other hatchlings. It's very cute. It's very homely.
Oh, what it was.
Ellis's
to
heart
oil
is fit
each
to
other up.
burst.
Hmm?
I said Ellis's heart is fit to burst.
Himbo, does this surprise attack of cuteness remind you of anything in particular you may have forgotten?
Oh, it just reminds me of my brothers. We'd oil each other up and have a good cuddle.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I don't think we have time to unpack all of that.
You're like
We'll come back to that.
blood-related
I'd rather
brothers?
not.
Your brothers
no. My battle brothers. Before the battle day, just go for a good cuddle and a bit of all between you. There's nothing better. Oh, those are the days.
Well, that sounds rather lovely, actually.
Intriguing that we're in a mountain.
It was. Oh, with the mountain beside me.
Oh, him. Do you need a
Krefik
hank?
pushes open the door, and you get an instant waft of heat and stench. It is a vile smell of.
Sorry.
I can see a huge poo.
It's not a huge poo. Oh.
The floor of the room is. Oh, it's not pitch black in here. There are. You can see on the map. There are the two lanterns.
I feel like that's what I feel like that's what Gimbal would say as well. He'd be like, "That's a huge poo."
How many more resizes is it gonna take? Oh, thanks.
The floor of the room is mud, smooth and unbroken except near the door, where 3 tiny reptilian shapes crawl among what look like egg fragments. In this room, Krethik kind of gestures forward and says, Amy, what does he say?
Here, meet my kids. And he's literally gesturing to about all of these. There's like hundreds of eggs.
Oh, you have
I would
them
say
with you?
like we've got about. I would say I've got two here of my sons. Got 2 are ready to hatch.
Oh, are they all yours?
They're all. I hope so. They're all mine. Yeah.
And they're
Forgive
all
me for
sons?
Well, I hope they are.
asking, but is it like seahorses where the milk excretes the eggs, or is
The
it?
male doesn't lay the eggs. The male kind of like holds onto them in seahorses.
Yeah, what Tosca said.
Well, I'm surprised Tosca would know that sort of thing, considering she's not a seagoer. However, like normal lizards, like you saw, it's the female that lay. So we have our queen.
Oh, you and the queen.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask
DM
that.
Battle God, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like bees, right? The queen is the
Wrong.
wrong. My wife Glynis and I. No, I'm joking. I'm gonna call her Glynis.
My goodness,
now,
the
I'm sorry.
poor woman.
Me and her have produced these lovely 200 eggs, who I hope are all sons, so they can help us fight and be soldiers alongside me, and I can train them.
Oh, so the women can't be soldiers here.
I mean,
about
they
the
can.
queen?
You've seen our queen, but
Oh, what are
Your
you
best
preparing to
soldier
fight?
is a
What are you
woman,
fighting for?
only the elite. I'm an elite soldier, and only the elite women are taken as soldiers. We typically have any male lizard folk is already enrolled as a soldier from
They're
birth.
disposable.
However, I mean, they are only the elite and the most noble and that prove themselves become soldiers.
So what are you
women have to
preparing
prove
for,
themselves.
fighting wise?
As I've said many times, our queen more. I would not want to say anything. You need to earn her trust first before we talk to you.
But surely you personally worry that whenever you're preparing to battle, you're going to lose a lot of your children in, right? Personally, you must be worried.
I don't know, are we? Are you involved?
Well, I couldn't possibly know. All I know is you say you're preparing for a battle and you're spouting out hundreds of kids. Are you not scared you'll lose them?
No, that's why we have so many.
I feel like if I had loads of kids, I'd stay invested in every single one of them. Maybe that's gnome culture to lizard man culture.
It's our culture that they are there to grow, to fight, and to die. Same as I. Why do you
Fair
think
enough.
I was on that ship with you? I wasn't there to just have a fun time. Oh, I might get caught by a Saltmarsh person. No! I was there. Rick might have effing died. You are getting on my last weird little man.
Point taken. I was merely trying to ascertain some knowledge that is completely unrelated to any of this. No worries.
Well, I think all these eggs are beautiful, and I hope they grow up big and strong.
As you say that, Ellis, one of the little tiny lizard newborns kind of comes crawling towards you.
Oh, they're so small. Oh, am I allowed to pick them up? It's dangerous. I don't understand lizards.
And as you try to do that, Cressik's like, gently.
It doesn't matter. There are 199 more of them.
Do you have a name at all on Airless Bottom at the hill bottoms of the West Nation? Oh, you're too little to speak in.
You just hear like a little baby like.
Oh, hello.
They're saying this one's. We have a typical. I'm spitballing here, DM Balgor. We have a typical tradition where whatever they say as they come out is their name, and this one, weirdly, is called Tragic
They're like
Oh.
Pokemon.
with a K. Though Tragic
Tragic?
with a K.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Tragic Hero.
Tragic with a K.
In,
It's like the saddest stripper name ever.
Tragic, like Magic the Gathering.
in Gnomish, I'm just going to turn to Gerald and say, imagine a frittata you can make this a lot.
Wait, I speak Gnomish, so I giggle.
This is dissolved into little baby talk. You know, you will do
To kind of say to what's going to happen, and I mean, this poor Tragic is probably likely to meet an untimely demise,
Oh no!
which would be quite tragic if I say so myself.
Alice is mildly concerned about like the casualness of the statement and kind of like clutches the baby a little closer.
That's your own child, man.
Nominative determinism, dude. Tragic.
Oh,
I
well.
am so tired. Where are beds?
It is
Could visit
only
a
about
friend.
1 p.m.
I took so much psychic damage that my brain is broken. I would
You-
like to sleep.
You are not tired. You are just hurt. You have been awake for like
Have you not
5 hours.
Over a pound. Very good.
We
I don't know,
walked
he
so
looks
far.
pretty easy.
Obey the DMs.
Hmm.
You did not hear how much Adam laughed just then. It's 1 p.m.
My client
Have you
is
never had a
easy,
nap
Your Honor.
before?
I could hear him in the background.
if you put the little one Tragic down gently, I will guide you to the barracks.
Oh yes, okay. Bye bye, Tragic. Lovely to meet you.
You can have a
Good
short
things.
rest there, but as Queen Arthur Kent has suggested, I want to help you get around this lair and make the most of your 24 hours here.
Hmm.
Why am I posh again?
It's your second
I'm so
language.
sorry.
Accents are hard.
Can I ask you straight up, why didn't you guys intervene when we fought those like toad things? That's what I really want to know. Because I don't mean to keep disrespecting you, but like I can't get past that, you know? Like we almost
Exactly.
died. We almost died, and you guys you're clearly trained warriors. So like, why didn't you do anything to help us?
Yeah, I mean, Himbo almost got eaten.
He was literally in its mouth.
I'm saving myself for the bigger battle ahead. You guys
we all
have had
died?
it. You are strong. I have a stronger battle ahead that I have to prepare and keep myself for, as do the 199 eggs left to hatch in this room.
Is this battle still a secret who it's against?
As I said, the Queen will tell you more. We say the one that's the trust of the, like, she tells us who is trustworthy and who's not. You have gained my trust in that I trust myself around you to not kill me, but I don't trust your intentions, and I think what our Queen has said is very valid. I am I posh again.
Yeah.
But why is it so important that we gain the Queen's trust? You just hear Adam.
Why does she keep saying that? I wouldn't even notice. Like, her voice sort of drifts from common to posh, and I don't even notice until she stops and says, "Why am I posh again?"
Posh voice.
Anyway, you're doing great with the voices.
Thank you. I've not had to NPC in a while. Sorry, DM Battergot.
It's alright.
I'm derailing this today. I apologise. Oh, okay. You are asking questions. Do you not wish to know the answer? The Queen has the answers you seek. So please, just be patient, enjoy our feast, get to know our people. You have hours to earn.
I'm trying to know you.
Well, you're not asking questions about me. You only know that I have 199 children left to hatch. You don't know my background. You don't know about me. You're asking top line questions, things that clearly have a motive. So stop it.
What are your hopes and dreams?
What are your hobbies? You like knitting?
What's your favorite color?
Mersh is still here.
Oh, yeah.
My favourite colour's orange.
And he
Oh,
storms
that's a
out
good
the
color.
room.
Oh,
He gestures for you to
I don't
follow.
get this guy.
I'm still thinking about your wife too much.
Is it the hopes and dreams one? I'm sorry.
Are you sure to fill these?
Him out.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
walking
We're
after him.
following
as I'm
you.
walking
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
Okay. Check, because I was moving you and I was like, he has just stormed out. It's not that. It's just my favourite colour's orange. That's all you need to know right now.
Oh.
And Gimbal, FYI, is just laughing in the background at the frustration of Krezzik.
Krethic.
They want to see the bag or not?
Yes, please.
Room 29.
And any weapons you might have, any weapons storerooms would be interesting. Curiosity.
And are there any jobs that need doing around here that I can help with, or you know, I you know, helping is kind of my thing. That's what I kind of want to do.
One sec. My headphones died. One sec. Or about
No.
to die. Oh no.
Oh, live, head and live.
Do you want to spell that again, Amy?
I'm trying, yeah. I'm very much multitasking right now. I'm doing a lot of multitasking.
I mean, I can read what you've put, but it's very interesting.
Please do. It's funny.
She meant
44.
to write the crocodile, but she put the crocodile.
It's a crocodile.
The crocodile.
I love the crocodile.
As you approach room 29,
The crocodile.
which is where is room 29?
Miles away.
Next to room 28.
I would hope so, but nowhere near room 27.
There. Okay. Oh, I've copied and pasted you. It seems you're in two places at once. There you go.
This is the barracks. About a dozen straw mattresses lie scattered around the floor, each with a wooden chest at its foot. At the south end of the room, a long table is set centrally, wooden benches to either side. A few lizard folk are seated on benches or mattresses, talking and tending to their weapons.
Right, here's where you can go for. He storms in, says something to them in his language. Here's where you can sleep. There should be enough beds for you. Have a short rest, and we'll get cracking. And what's your name? You said it was heirless to our queen. Is that correct?
Yes, Airless Hillbottom of the Hillbottoms of the West Plains Shire.
Yes. I'll just remember heirless. So we do have. There is a couple of things you could help us with.
Splendid.
There's one particular thing that we're having to deal with quite a lot, if I'm honest, which is
The crocodile.
It's not. It's the crocodile or the crocodile, as I said. We basically have there's it's basically something that's been terrorizing us for a while. It's called Thousand Teeth. The name says a lot. It's got 1,000 teeth. It is quite terrifying. and it's causing us a lot of issues, to be honest with you.
Is that what you're preparing to battle?
No, God, no. You think we prepare all this for one fucking crocodile?
You said it had been giving you a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but a whole bloody lair and 200.
Why haven't you taken care of it then?
Calling it a lair sounds evil.
Well,
Just like call it a
bit ominous.
It's our home then. Is that better?
Yeah. Because that doesn't sound evil, and you guys are chill, right?
Yeah.
Great.
I mean, there are
Glad we
other things as
established that.
well. There are other things as well that have been, obviously we've made our home in this hill, and there's lots of swamp and marsh characters that get in, want a warm place to sleep. Ogres and trolls and bullywugs. So, and I think from I saw you interact with the bullywugs. You could take care of them, that's for sure. So I think if you encounter any of those trolls, ogres, or bullywugs along your way around I'll be with you. But if there's any time that you go along on your own, then sure. But I think the crocodile's a big one. He or she, I should say, is a beast, and needs to be dealt with. So you can help us that way. It's just up to you. It is a big feat. It could be another big battle that you could come into contact with.
But not big enough for you to bother with.
No. And I don't like your tone.
Well, good luck with that, Erlis. We're going to
I feel like you need some sleep.
But by dealt with, do you mean moved on or reasoned with, or?
I mean, if you ever have met a crocodile called Thousand Teeth, I don't think you could reason with it, do you?
Oh, does it not speak?
I mean, no, it's a crocodile.
Oh, sorry.
I would say
so many
destroy
talking
it.
lizards here.
I would say
Destroy
it. Destroy it. Yeah, it's been one of those things that we've been meaning to get rid of, but we have other priorities, basically. So if you want to help and gain. You'll definitely need to be full strength. He is a strong and mighty beast,
right.
Full strength.
And where would we find?
A lot needed.
Where would we find him?
That is a very good question. He's about 12 miles inland.
Oh, he out of the borough.
One sec.
He's not in room 2.
I will take you to him if you wish to fight him. That's not a problem. 12 miles away.
I would just like to say,
to help.
I'm sure it would take a certain most of the group together with her. We certainly wouldn't leave Erlis alone to fight this giant beast. Although I would say, just while we're at the bargaining table, that I feel like we've already proved ourselves somewhat. You don't feel that? We'll move past that. But I'd like to say, before we go off and kill this 1,000 teeth, that maybe you can offer us something, because it seemed like we did a lot for you and you turn around and say, oh, you don't trust us, we have to prove ourselves to you. So before we go out and prove ourselves to you, why don't you prove yourselves to us and offer them some sort of incentive?
Is the feast not an incentive enough? I've been told you love a good meal.
I was on we would feast and then go kill the crocodile, so this sounds even worse.
Well, no, you would have the feast, and you can deal with you've got 24 hours, right? You can have a nice short rest, have a gander, have the feast, and try and help us with the crocodile within that 24-hour period. It's your choice, your voice, ultimately.
Can we have a huddle just to decide?
I mean, yeah, I'll go talk to my 2 mates over here. I can see in the barracks, and you have a chat.
Mm-hmm.
Good plan.
What do you need, Owen?
Can they hear us?
Make a perception check.
Oh, boy. Okay, is that 20?
Yes.
1 sec.
The first D20 of the day.
I mean, I've been
19.
rolling, but you don't know what I've been rolling for.
That's just ominous.
You get the sense that they're not listening particularly. They are giving you your privacy to speak.
Well, I think
I'm
we
fucked
should.
off with this lot.
We need information,
Same.
and we need to get information. We need to make them like us. So I think we should go kill this crocodile.
But what I'm saying is, we have no guarantee after we fought so long and hard
Oh,
to
no.
get to where we are,
And
and
they've
they still
warned
won't offer us information. We need some sort of guarantee that they will offer us something after we go
Right.
and kill this
I
crocodile.
don't think we'll get a guarantee. So I think what we should do, kill it, and then if they don't give us information, kill them.
So
No,
you're content.
We can't take on 1,000 of the little lizards.
So
no,
you can-
Not
we're
all
not
at
killing any
once.
lizard folk.
What if we brought the crocodile back to eat the little lizards?
No.
Bring the
Aha.
crocodile on
Look, how
side,
did
you
you not
think?
just meet all the babies that we killed the babies? We can't do that.
I bet they would love eggs.
They would.
Yes,
it
and that's
would
exactly
love
why we
egg.
shouldn't bring it to here.
Mm.
We need. I wish to take care of the thing just for the, the noble right of taking care of the thing. That's why I'm out here in the world doing things. I'm here to help people. So, if
But-
you can help me help the people, or you can stay here for all I care.
But Erlis,
I'm-
you forget that the council has tasked us to find out what their motives are. We don't know if their motives are
I-
good or evil. We could be helping the bad people here.
Well,
I know that
precisely.
I'm generally trusting of people, but the last time that I tried to do the right thing with the council, they ended up executing all the people that I tried to help. I'm not entirely in favor of that council.
Well, look,
We-
These
we
are
need-
good people to me.
I
But
do
are we
trust these
content-
guys more than the council.
Are we content to go off and fight this 1,000 teeth? Like, they've warned us that we need full health, that this thing is
Well-
dangerous. They can't be asked to kill it themselves.
Which means, how dangerous can it really be? And I don't know if tradition or anything means anything to you, Tosca. But, where I'm from, this is a sacred right for me, and I'm going to go out there and I'm going to do my best. I'm damn well doing my best.
I think we should let Ellis have a go at trying to get the crocodile to go away, and then if that doesn't work or it attacks her, we'll poke it with swords. As a plan B. Sound good?
I'll need some time to reconvene my spells. But
I'm willing to go along with it, but I'm not happy at what's at stake
Is that
when these lizard
What
people
is
have
at
given us nothing in return.
it's not all about
Yeah.
getting things in return. Sometimes it's just about doing the right thing.
This is the
Thanks,
right.
Dan.
We don't know what they're up
Exactly.
to.
Which is why we're going
50-50,
to
the
go and have
council are bad or lizards are bad.
well, I'm here to help people regardless. I'm gonna have a chat with this crocodile. If the chat doesn't work, I'll try something else.
I admire your optimism and your pure heart, Erlis. I really do.
Sounds like there's a but there.
There's no but. All I'll say is
Joel, Himbo, what are your thoughts?
I mean, it'll be alright, innit?
Himbo?
Yeah, it's really, it's all, it's all about finding that balance.
I
Sounds
like
like a
adding
true
teeth
team.
to my necklace.
that's such a wasn't paying attention during a Teams meeting.
I think that's just Gerald's entire vibe.
I think we'll have to take this.
Ellis, you said you needed it before we go.
I will
Is that
need
like-
a break.
is that like-
short break?
A 30-minute
Yeah, short
break,
break.
or 8 hours?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I assume we can ask our lizard brethren just for us to just set ourselves before we go take.
Yeah,
big
I'd like to.
lizard brethren.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a DM.
Mhm.
Because I've already had my spell slots prepared for the day. If I asked, would I be able to? I know that I can reconvene with nature to try spell slot back, or would I be able to switch a spell out?
You choose your spells at the start of the day, don't you?
Yeah.
Then no, it has to be after a long rest. You can choose your spells.
Oh shit.
And guys, as a DM to players, you want your spells for this. You want your spells and you want your health.
Sleep down.
So would that be like
Yeah.
a
I
long
think-
rest rather than a short rest, or?
Yeah, I
I-
think that's what we're being
Okay.
told.
Yep.
So
Yep.
let's tell what's his face, Graphic.
Krethic.
I can't remember.
Mhm.
Graphic. We'll do it in the morning. We
Mhm.
need to rest up or feast
Mm.
first, and then
Yeah.
we'll take care of his crocodile problem.
Mhm.
So do you call him over? After you've had your huddle?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
the huddle.
Okay, he heads on over and hands on hip, kind of glances round, looking to each of you.
All right. What have you decided to do then?
Well, we shall sort out your 1,000 teeth problem, but we will be needing a long rest before we do that, and we need to be in tip-top in order to help you properly.
Especially after taking on your other friends in the marsh.
All right. I mean, well, you can have some of the feast, get to know some of our people in the feast. Have a chance to do that, and then yeah, if you want to have a long rest, and if that's your choice, you don't have to, do the crocodile ball. Set off in the morning. That's not a
Excellent.
problem. Let me I just need to talk to my two. He's gone over here. Just needs to talk to my two friends over here quickly. Give me a second, and you're within earshot to hear, and you hear him say, "And I told her, right, because you interrupted his chat. I told her, right, it's not reptile dysfunction. I've got 200 kids in the nursery, ready to hatch." Sorry, guys. And he like comes back over to you. I just had to deal with that. There's some rumours going around,
Amazing.
All right. All right then, and I guess I'll take you to our banquet hall.
Not yet, it's long rest time first.
Oh.
Short rest time first.
It's a short rest, banquet hall, long rest.
Okay.
Okay, so we
Is that what's
will
happening?
wind down the session there, with you guys taking your short rest, so you can expend hit dice if you want to regain health. And those of you who, I don't think any of you regain spell slots on short rests, but yeah, you can stay put in here for the hour that it takes for your short rest. You can attune to any new equipment, or Gerald, you can start writing down a new spell to learn, things like that. Because I know you picked up the spell book, and I don't think you had time to learn spells within it. Oh no, you would have because you had the week. So yeah.
I've been doing a little bit by little bit. I think
Yeah.
I haven't. Yeah, I actually forgot about the week. I could probably have done all.
Yeah, it'll all be done now. You
Yeah.
will have got the spells from that spell book.
Sick. I'll do a little bit of light reading for fun, of course.
Yeah. So
Some of those
you
books I've been working my way through.
all find yourselves a bunk to sit on,
Mhm.
and those will be your bunks for the night. And yeah, we will end there.
Can I just ask, is there time to be like bonding with my little dragon?
Yeah, of course. We will
Okay.
start the session with some rolls for that next time.
Okay.
I think the plan for next time will be, so after the short rest it'll be about 2 p.m. The feast will be a bit later, so you have a few hours to, think of anything you want to do, any areas you want to have a look at. DM Ginger, if you want to zoom the map out again.
Yeah, of course. There's obviously so many areas to look at.
Yeah, there are obviously some areas that you will not necessarily be allowed to look at, but if there are any that particularly strike your interest that you want to go and see, you can ask Krethic.
Any particular things you want as well, you know, that your characters are interested in. Obviously, they've been smuggling weapons, so anything around that. I would say advice is keep in front of mind, but ultimately you've been told you've got 24 hours to earn their trust as well. So.
Okay, so I'm going to end the stream. Everyone wants to say goodbye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Swimming.
See you, fuckers.
Bye, stream.